Test your nuts. St. Patty's Day come, press your luck. Close game, but the West is up. No sound like a yes to us. Bitch, I'm in that mode. First quarter I had, mama put it on hold. Before I go broke, I beat up that road. Yes, I got a gift, nigga, ho, ho, ho. Niggas think I got the jacket on cause it's cold. Boy, that's 10,000, nigga, it cannot fold. Ain't got a lot of streams, but my record's really sold. Shh, I know you see me tryna crack the code. I be in the 213 like I live in that bitch.
But yeah, man, this man don't need no introduction right here, man. This is the man, the most independent person I've ever seen online ever. You know what I'm saying? This dude does his thing. He is the king of Vallejo, in my opinion. This is LaRussell. What is going on with you, family? How you been?
You hear me? Come on, I'm well.
Oh yeah, I hear you. I hear you, man. I see you moving. I see you grooving, fam. I see you moving and grooving. One of the things I wanted to ask you about your career, man, like what made you like do the live band thing? What made you like go out and find a whole live band and put that together and do it the way that you do it? 'Cause nobody does it like you.
It kind of happened. I used to do rehearsals in the garage with me and my DJ. And one day we had one of the keyboardist homies pull up, Hokage Simon, and he just played along with us. You feel me? At first, I didn't like a band because at the pace I like to perform at, it's just hard to find people who can keep up. But he just started playing along with every song we did, and my DJ was like, "Man, we need this nigga every time." So it started with just the keyboard. And I noticed with the keys, I have more free range to perform and do whatever I want. And I could talk after and talk before because, the instrumental eventually end, but the keys could go forever. So it just gave me more space and range to do what I do.
Yeah. You brought fun back to hip hop.
Yeah.
I don't know if how many people have told you that, but fam, you have really brought the fun and the energy back to hip hop.
Yeah.
You've made Bay Area rap fun again. Like, you know what I'm saying? I come from the hyphy era. You know what I'm saying? So like this your whole vibe, everything that you do, you know what I'm saying, remind me of that feeling. You know what I'm saying? The whole hyphy area bouncing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you also have a message in your music too. What made you like fit that kind of a palette into your rap repertoire? You know what I'm saying? Because you can go hyphy 1 minute and then you could be serious the next. What
It's
made you?
funny.
What made you like?
It's like it's the gumbo pot. Like me and my mama was walking the other day and we was talking about how like I got a lot of mob music and the bass shit and the cold shit from being in the car with her, and then I get in the car with my pops and I hear Hove and Rick Ross and Busta Rhymes. You feel me? So naturally, just having that blend, and then my yeah,
You cut out on me a little bit, Cuddy. I got you. I got you. You back now?
I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah,
Can you
you
hear
back.
me?
You good?
You know,
Yeah.
my pops used to give me releasing CD that came out. I play and just listen to. Oh yeah, this connection ain't gonna
So
be stable
let me
in
ask you
here.
about like let me ask you about like the artists that you deal with. So like, how do you go about picking your artists? Because I noticed Malachi from Stockton. He a youngin. He's a youngin from Stockton I had never heard of before. And the young bull is so dope. You know what I'm saying? How do you go about picking your artists?
I'm in the tunnel right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I really they pick themselves. Good shit is good shit. Once you find something that's fire, it's hard to deny it. Malachi was one of those that like T brought to me, and it's like it's hard to miss. You can't miss some shit that's that big. You feel me? Shantae, like the special things pick themselves. It's like if you walk in your garden, the good fruit just grow different. They shine different. They hit different. You know when it's ready to pick. You feel me? It makes it really easy for you to choose it.
Yeah. So I had a fan question. One of our watchers and listeners on Facebook wanted to know, when are you gonna do another album with Taupe, and are you gonna have him do a verse on one of your albums? They
A verse is
yeah
crazy.
they begging for it.
I love it. I'm about to drop an album with Tope this month.
Okay. What's the title of it?
Exclusive. It's on the way.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I can't wait. Speaking of Tope is the one again. He the one that put me up on you, fam. Marlon Seven was my first introduction to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he told me, he was like, "Rap, you got to put this on the radio station." I told him, I said, for sure, I'm definitely gonna do that. The radio station that we do is called Pretty Dope Xperience. You know what I'm saying? And we are we play probably the most independent artists, I think, in the world, in my own personal opinion. And we BMI ASCAP certified, so we make sure artists can get their royalties and stuff like that. Because I'm an artist too, artist producer, so it's built for artists. You know what I'm saying? To be able to collect their revenues and be able to collect their streaming revenues. So that's one of the reasons I think Tope kind of sent it out to me, because that's how I promoted it. You know what I mean? So um, when you, what is your work ethic like, man? How do you balance like work and home, and how do you balance that, bro? Because I know your work schedule's got to be insane.
I mean, you do the best you can with what you got. I mean, you see, I'm on this call in the car on the way to work and do some more work, and I just
Yeah,
left a meeting
yeah,
before I hopped in this. You feel me? And when I get
yeah,
home, I spend as much time as I can, and I get back to it. You know, there's no secret formula to that. My life is no different than like when my pops had to work growing up. The only difference is he had an actual job, and my job is like doing music, but it's the
yeah,
same format. The same way you go to work and gotta go home and see your family and your kids, and then go back to work and get it. It is there is no ideal balance. You feel me? You
yeah.
can only do the best you can.
If you if you were to pick a LaRussell song for a listener that has never heard of LaRussell, what song would you pick?
Uh, Probably these nuts. Nah, I'm fucking around. I would, I would say, I'm gonna say, do that little dance, GT Coupe. When I come home, Boss Market Blues.
Hell yeah. What's your favorite Mac Dre song?
My favorite Mac Dre song is "Not My Job."
Not my job. I don't do that.
Yeah,
Feel
come
me?
on.
Come on with it. Favorite E40 song.
Mm, Favorite E40 song? I'ma go. I'ma go "Sprinkle Me."
Sprinkle Me. That's a classic.
Yeah,
That's definitely a classic. Um, so your proud to pay model has drawn a lot of attention. Can you share how that idea came about? Like, what made you go that route?
man, Nip. I remember vividly. I was riding my bike in American Canyon, and I was just thinking like how I could execute what he did with the $100 album, but how I could do it that was fit into my base. And since I didn't know a lot of niggas who had $100 to spend on
Yeah,
music, I was like, man, I'm gonna just let people pay whatever, because if they give me $1, that's better than me walking away with $0.
exactly.
And from that, it was born. The offer pay system, the proud to pay model that I use was born from that, and we still rock it today.
Yo, that's so inspiring, fam. Like, what keeps you motivated? Like every single day. What keeps you getting up every single day to do this?
I love what I do, and I love
I
paper.
know that's right.
You know, both on the days I can't find the passion for what I do, I always like some money, and on the days when the money don't mean something anything to me, I love music. So they both work together. When one ain't there, the other is there, and when they both there, everything hidden.
So tell me, what was it like for you to tour with T Pain? What was that like? I I
Legendary,
know that I know that
legendary,
shit
man.
had to be
He
yanking.
he taught me a lot
Yeah,
just through observation. Like T Pain made me, what I learned on the T Pain tour allowed me to go in front of any crowd, anywhere, and win them over. Like I really learned the game and the flow and how to do a set, and I just learned, like, after the T Pain tour, I went on a short run with G Easy, and we killed every single show because I was able to use the information and data I got from Pain. But just watching him and watching his team move, and just how caring he is, he took care of us. You
yeah.
know, it was a life changing experience, and that was my first tour ever.
Oh, that's crazy. And how many cities did you guys do?
What we do, like, I think
God damn.
18
Hell
shows.
yeah. So let me ask you, like, so the pergola tour that you did, what made you decide to take that on the road? Like, cause I seen some videos online. I seen you was doing your backyard show, but you was doing it in different spots. I was like, wait a minute, this ain't
Yeah,
his backyard. Wait a minute, what's going on here? You feel me? What made you like decide to take that actually on the road?
man, because the backyard was sold out at home, but it was such a special experience that other cities wanted it. So when I was able to find places that made sense and that was accommodating, it's like it's an easy call. You
Yeah,
know, it's the reason the backyard is sold out. It's an experience you can't get anywhere else.
yeah.
Anybody can go to a traditional concert, but it's not often you can see your favorite artist in a backyard close up. They can talk to you. You can walk. He walking around, like, that shit don't exist.
You've done some shit that I haven't seen no other rapper do. The compound for one.
Yeah.
The compound for one. I watched all the videos from when you started that motherfucker to what it looked like now. Like, now,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong. That was an apartment complex. Is that what that was?
Yeah. It was like a multifunctional complex.
Boy, you putting in work. So what
You hear
yeah,
me?
what was the idea behind that? Like what made you say, you know what, this is gonna be perfect for this?
Man, I've been having a vision for years since I was at work. I used to write in my notebook, what I wanted to do and the plan. And to have all of my homies and everyone who helps me in one space and have a creative hub for us to do everything we needed to do was the vision for years. I always wanted to set it up where I didn't have to leave home. Like, I'm grateful and blessed, but I don't enjoy flying
Yeah.
to New York and to I don't like having to do that all the time and that often. That's not something I want to do. So my goal was to be able to make it from home and be successful from home in the region I'm from. Like, I want to be able to stay at the crib all year, but have the resource and access to do everything I need to do to still become a global superstar.
So let's say the year is 2019. We got a young LaRussell, still working, still got a job. He's at that moment where he's like, fuck this shit, I'm about to quit. I'm about to take this shit on the road. What was that like for you? You know what I mean? What was that moment for you? What was your thought process of like, you know what? Fuck this job, nigga. I'm about to do this full time.
Man, it was real sporadic. Honestly, I remember the night before I quit my job, me and my daughter's mom just had a long ass talk, and I was like, man, I'm finna quit tomorrow. Fuck it. Why wait, right? And I went in the very next morning, and I had wrote a letter and left it on my desk and talked to one of my old bosses. And it's funny, I just found one of my work journals, and in the journal I wrote in it the day I quit. I think it was like March 19th, 2019, or March 8th,
Yeah.
2019, and I had wrote in the journal, like, I'm quitting, I'm gonna go after it. And I remember just quitting, and on that drive home, I was just slapping my music, like, man, I'm finna fucking make it. I remember getting back to the house. My mama was in the garage, I think, when I pulled up.
Are you you're going through a tunnel. I'm already assuming you're going through a tunnel right now.
We back?
Yeah, you back. I got you.
My bad. I was in a tunnel.
I figured that. I said he probably in the tunnel. Let me go ahead and just sit right here
Yep.
for a second. Nah, you
But
good,
yeah,
bro. You
man,
good. I know what I know what them Bay tunnels is like, so I already know.
I remember walking out the job and just slapping and feeling like, man, this is it now. It's like, nigga, you either gonna do it or something gonna have to like within that same week or a week after. I remember I was messaging, like I used to go on like all the platforms who did performances and sessions, Genius, all that shit. I go under and I look up every member who was like credited who worked there, and I would DM all of them like, hear my music, check me out. I really want to do this. I want to work. And a guy named Micah from Vivo ended up reaching back out, and I'm starting a new series. I can't pay you, but I could give you all the content, and it's going to be a pilot for a big series they want to do if it gets approved. And he was like, if you can find your way out here, I'll give you all the content that we do. And I end up wiggling. We end up getting all the way out there. I did it. I ended up doing like 4 in that little session. I came back with all of that, and they end up approving the series for Vivo. Vivo still does the series now. I think it's called Lift
Yeah,
or
yeah.
one of those. But I was the very first artist to pilot that. And then that was like one of the first. That was my first time in New York as well, and it was like my first opening of like, man, this is possible. I could really do this shit. And I just kind of came home and got to work. I start writing more, start planning more shows, and just kind of going through that process. And then COVID struck
Mm-hmm.
us shortly after, and that sat a nigga down, and I had more time to kind of think and plan. And then that EDD hit, yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and that really helped us build. We end up starting the live performance platform during COVID, which just lifted everything up.
Yeah. And so I was watching the interview and you were talking about how T kind of discovered you. You know what I'm saying? And she kept pushing you to the label, and they wasn't like really fucking with it at first. Now the way you guys have blossomed now you guys do the not new music, but the free game Fridays and things like that, giving out game to artists and really gaming people up like that. Like, what made you go that route to be able? Because I noticed you guys say that you guys don't charge for services for the artists, right? So like, what made you
Yep.
guys go that route?
I think because we
Yeah.
we was there. Like I was the nigga who quit my job, who was trying to be an artist and figure it out, and didn't have no resource or no help or no one to go ask. So just naturally, you wish to become whatever you didn't have. The goal is to be the change. So for us, it just makes sense. And free game was just like we was learning so much and having so many meetings and doing so much shit. It was like, bro, we need to share this information because niggas don't know and it can help somebody else career change. And I've literally met artists who are like, I've watched every episode of Free Game, and this is why I was
Mm-hmm.
able to do this. Beyond artists, I met a nigga who sell hats who was like, bro, you turned my shit up. I used your ad strategy, and we've been
Yeah.
booming since, you
Yeah.
know?
Your ad strategy is genius, bro. The way you post content, genius. Cause you can't turn on
Come on.
Instagram without seeing your face. No,
Yeah, it's LaRussell
it's
Graham.
definitely LaRussell Graham because you literally everywhere, fam. You know what I'm saying? Even when I turn on my YouTube, all the reels and shorts and stuff like that pop up everywhere. TikTok, you everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
love it.
the way you work the algorithm is crazy. Um, what made you want to? to just figure out the analytics and just go that route with the analytics instead of just trying to like push it out the trunk and just posting here and there and things like that. Because not a lot of artists do that.
I mean, I kind of integrate both. Like I I started data diving like in 2019. I found a site called Chartmetric, right? And I was just doing deep data dives because I was trying to figure out how the labels was breaking artists. So I would go under every new artist and I would just kind of look at their path and their trajectory and the flow they took and what they was using, who they was
Mhm.
playlisting through. And I found
Yeah,
hella like,
yeah,
industry shit that the games they play and shit. And it kind of like turned me a bit
yeah,
sour to it all. And I just kind of like the data is there to use, but I don't make my decisions based on data. I really just try to do shit that I love, that I think is dope and hella tight, and it just keeps working. And it became formulaic. I just started with trying to post once every day, and then I got enough content to post twice, and then I got enough to post three times, and it just kind of grew because I had the content
yeah.
available to do it.
So, where do you see LaRussell in the next 5 years?
Shit, I don't know. I don't even be looking. I don't look that deep.
I I see the
I don't
sky as the
even look
limit for
that
you,
deep.
fam. Like on some real shit. I really see the sky as the limit. You know, you're doing something that a lot of these artists really need to pay attention to and really need to like kind of follow the model. Like you're a positive role model for the kids. You know what I'm saying? You help out the community. You know, you help out local businesses and brands. Um, those are the kind of things that I feel like a lot of Bay Area artists need to follow that kind of model. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of good music out there, but it's a lot of shit music out there too that ain't helping our culture and ain't helping our people. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's people out there right now that could probably go put on a LaRussell song and it's gonna make their whole fucking day. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm,
that's just my observation of you, fam. Like on some real shit. I ain't seen no shit like
come
this
on.
since, like I said, the '90s, bruh. Like you bringing that whole feel, that fun back to hip hop, bro. And that's much needed in this time
Yeah,
and era. I got another fan question too. They said, he says, "Will you ever collaborate with the Loonies or Drew Down?" That's from DJ Dick Hennessy.
man.
DJ
With
Dick
DJ
Hennessy, that's
who?
his name. Pause.
Yeah, man. I love Drew Down. I was actually trying to get him for my last fairground show, but it just didn't align and work out. But definitely, that's on my list. I love the Loonies too, man. I've been trying to go through all my
Yeah.
turf legends and just get them back on something and in a mix. So naturally, it's happening. The ones who tap in and reach out, I always try to make it shake. So you finna hear project soon where you gonna hear all of the other OGs from the region.
Another fan question wanted to know who are some of your favorite producers to work with.
Tote, Hokage Simon, Mike G, Don Bailey, Clado, Pilo, Hit Boy, um, Mike and Keys. All the ones I
Yeah.
worked with are my
Okay.
favorites.
And then they had a follow up question. They said, how can producers get music to you?
I got a really easy way. Like we do my feature request link in my bio. So the same way people could send in features, people could just send me beats and you could put an offer. I'm like, most producers got to try to get placements, right? Like you have a favorite artist and you got to
Yeah.
try to get a placement. You could literally put an offer in for me to get on your beat and I will give you the song. Like I made this shit so easy and simple to get a verse from the Russell. As long as the beat slapping, you could put an offer in and I will hop on the beat and you can have the song. I ain't even gotta
Oh,
keep it.
that's
You
raw.
feel me? That shit don't exist. So it's really simple and easy to
Oh, it's
get me on
definitely
something.
different. That's different right there. Yeah, I hear you.
You
That's
hear me?
different. That's definitely different, bro. Hey, man, I just want to say thank you again for doing this interview, fam. I appreciate you for giving us game and letting us get a little insight into your life and how shit works in the world of LaRussell, man. Like, straight up, bro. where can they find you? I know they can find you on Instagram, but where else can they find you online?
Man, I'm everywhere like air. It's at the point now
No,
you could
that's right.
Google LaRussell and everywhere pop up that you trying to find me. You heard?
Yeah.
Hey, we finna be. We might be in Portland after the Seattle show, so if we
Hey,
pop out
bro,
that
off
way, pull
top,
up.
man. Hey, when you out here, man, I got the whole wall. I'm ready for you to do the high 16. So let's definitely talk and connect, bro. So it's here for you. We can do the in
Booming.
person interview. You know what I'm saying, and do it righteous. You feel me? Off top.
Easy. I
And
love it.
again, man, thank you, LaRussell. I appreciate you, bro. And man, enjoy your day, fam. Let's get it.
All right, dog. Appreciate it.